Hey guys, I imagine this is going to be a quick video, because I just want to point out how stupid Lance from the Serfs is, which doesn't usually take long. You just need clips of him opening his mouth and saying things. As I'm sure you've heard, there was a second attempt at ex-President Donald Trump's life. And whenever something like this happens, a lot of weirdos come out, foaming at the mouth, like Destiny, Lance, or Vosh, trying to paint the shooter as a Republican or right-winger. It's a pathetic tactic deployed on both sides of the political spectrum. The shooter is a right-winger, and he's crazy, therefore all right-wingers are crazy. And in their patent desperation, they don't wait for all the facts to come out before declaring victory.
And Katie, we're learning more about the suspect tonight.
Yeah, he's been identified by multiple U.S. news outlets as 58-year-old Ryan Routh from Hawaii. He'd taken an intense interest in the war in Ukraine.
So because of that, that's enough right now for the right to say that this was a supporter of Vice President Harris, this was a Democrat, this was a leftist, this was a progressive, this was a pro-Ukraine leftist who wanted to take out the president of the United States. And so that's kind of rich, considering that it didn't take long to see this person's social media. The Trump shooter was a Tulsi to Vivek voter.
That's rich that people are projecting while not having all the evidence. Allow me to do the same. This guy's a complete clown and a hypocrite.
So this was a Vivek supporter. I think that's quite clear, as well as a disgruntled Trump supporter. Back in the day, he wanted Donald Trump to win in 2106. Well, you were my choice in 2106. I and the world hoped that the President Trump would be different and better than the candidate, but we were all greatly disappointed, and it seems you're getting worse and devolving. Are you Arsler? I will be glad when you are gone.
That's your evidence? He's a disgruntled Trump supporter and supposedly supported Vivek Ramaswamy. Maybe he just didn't want Trump to win so much that he preferred Vivek over him. Note how the Serfs conveniently leaves out this tweet. I was not supporting Bernie, but now I am. As Sleepy Joe stands for nothing, no plans, no ideas, just as limp as Hillary. Bernie, give him hell. Fight to the death. He accidentally left that out of his little compilation, even though it comes out from around the same time as the other tweets. How convenient.
So, I do not believe this is a Democrat.
USA Today fact-checks the claim that he was a Republican with a rating of false. Reason being that he was only ever registered as a Democrat. He donated exclusively to Democrats since 2019, and according to what we know of his voter history, he exclusively voted Democrat.
I do not believe that this is a progressive.
Even though he supported Bernie Sanders over Joe Biden, sounds pretty progressive to me.
I don't believe that this is a Vice President Harris and Waltz supporter.
Despite the fact that a car outside his house had a Biden-Harris sticker, is that not evidence that maybe he did support Vice President Harris? No?
This seems to be someone who was a Trump supporter, to a Tulsi, to a Vivek supporter.
Again, leaving out a few inconvenient truths there, Lance, no? Most conspicuously, his support for Bernie Sanders, which you skipped over in the timeline.
For every single news reporter and journalist who keeps reporting on these stories saying there's absolutely no way of knowing what exactly they believed. Unfortunately, they believe so many things that they're just they're off the map. And their political ideology is indiscernible. Well, when you do that, look what the right is doing. Look what every right-wing pundit. Tim Pool already put out a video. Leftist, Democratic Kamala supporter tries to assassinate President Trump. The Quartering put out a video to the same effect. All the right-wingers are saying that this is obviously a very far leftist Ukraine supporter. All that kind of stuff. It's bad journalism. It's absolutely bad journalism. It's bad journalism.
Yeah, it's bad journalism, and let me engage in it too. He registered as a Democrat, he voted Democrat, and he donated to Democrats. But no, he's definitely a Republican. It's humiliating to call out other people for assigning ideology to this crazy person without enough evidence, and then doing exactly the same thing yourself. Although the evidence suggests that he is indeed a left-winger, I don't really know for sure, and I don't really fucking care either. It's embarrassing that this is important for people like Lance of the Serf Times. I think his beliefs are so fragile that he needs to affirm them by showing how the other side is crazy.